Hey friends, let's talk about desire today, and we're going to use the 30th gene key, which goes from the shadow of desire to the city of rapture through the gift of lightness. Desire is such a powerful and beautiful force within our being, and of course, depending on the level of frequency, it can be experienced in a positive way when it's higher frequency, or a negative way when it's lower frequency, or what is called the shadow. And because the gene keys trace this journey from the shadow to the city, the desire has been looked at initially as a low frequency state, which is going to change as we get closer to what is real and what is true, what is you, what is I. So let's remember to really hold this in the present moment, because that's all there is. We can make up a lot of stories about it, and those stories, maybe they happened and we remember them. We may have projections towards the future. Let's really come to the present moment now. Like my cat. She likes to show up. Anyway, so at the low frequency or the shadow state, desire is a magnetic force that alternates between negative and positive emotional states. And it's kind of, it's like this hedonistic treadmill where, because it's axed on ego needs, right? It is never really going to fulfill the quintessential yearning, the quintessential desire. Now, I'm talking of desire at a higher frequency, which is for us to express what we truly are, and what we truly are, although beyond words, we can describe as love and wisdom and the mystery of our being here and now. So at the low frequency shadow state, this is what is being described as desire. It's that pull that takes us outside of ourselves instead of remaining within. And the whole inside outside thing, in a sense, is an illusion. Right here, right now, when we ground, we breathe all the way down to the lower belly, to the soles of our feet. We remain suspended head top, and we acknowledge the middle place of our heart. From this position, our perception of inside and outside remains, and we can be more easily conscious that everything that we're perceiving on the outside is actually happening inside of our consciousness. This is really important. It's really key. And it's the reason that we say that the outside world is a reflection of the inside world, right? It's what all of the teachings on resonance, on assumption, on attraction basically focus on. And to get a clear handle and tangible felt sense of this, we need to be here now. So this is the invitation: be here now. And so desire really springs from the heart. Of course, we can talk about the sensual, the sexual desires. Those exist, of course, and we may have desires that seem more intellectualized, right? But fundamentally, it emanates from a connection in our heart, an experience in our heart with the essence of love itself, of loving, you know? And so the invitation, and that this gene key describes the different stages of desire, is that when we remember that, or we begin to, get the hint that there's more to life than this inside-outside dichotomy, then we come back inside, because this is where our consciousness originates as far as we're concerned. And maybe it's not what the ego thinks it is, right? And name, rank, serial number, function, profession, gender, humanity, even mortality, right? There's a real mystery in the human being, which is what all the metaphysical teachings point to and remind us of. And at the end of the day, or right now rather, what this points to and reminds us of is our own internal truth. Know thyself. And through this knowing is doing, we become, we land, we incarnate, we embody, we sink all the way down, here and now, very easily, to the root chakra, to the soles of the feet, to the lower belly. It's so simple, really. And then we can have more ease and inner space and calm or coherency to contemplate or desire. And this ease, this presence, be here now, right? This I am is naturally going to lift that low frequency aspect that can be seen in desire when it's pulling us out of ourselves. It's going to lift it up. The lightness is going to come into the heart. And what's going to happen as we drill further down and in to what it truly is, which again takes us beyond our ordinary usual definition of ourselves, if that's what we have. We may not have that. we may have an awareness of the indefinite nature as well of our being. Well, what happens is this lightness allows us to really anchor ourselves to the source of our connection with ourselves and with others, which is in our heart. And here desire basically gets whittled down or purified and densified and becomes, its quintessence. It's like the pearl. It's like the diamond. It's like, that point of origin of what you love. And because it has reconnected, you have reconnected with its source internally, and it's gonna auto-feed itself. And this is autonomy. This is sovereignty. Now, it doesn't mean that it's like a complete turning inwards that then, disconnects from the outside world. On the contrary, what happens is that it brings a measure of freedom from the lower frequencies, a measure of detachment, and a measure of fulfillment. And that's rapture. The rapture of recognizing that we already have what we most yearn for. We already have it. We are it. And this state of being is much more aligned with what is true, what is good, what is beautiful. It's connecting heaven and earth. It's embodying the meditation that we are, the contemplation that we are, and the concentration that we are here in the lower belly. connecting those different levels of our existence and of our consciousness along a vertical a spine, an energetic ray, which is then so grounded here and now that we can actually open our arms wide, from the heart, and then pull in the objects of our desire. They're going to naturally come. Everything is going to be perfect more and more because we're in the present moment. So we're no longer pulled out of ourselves chasing things. Now, it doesn't mean you can't desire things, you desire to travel, you desire to, better your health, you desire, or I do, to increase or to decrease whatever it is, to obtain, whatever dream that you're dreaming, including the collective dream of the state of the world, so let's not rule out peace on earth at all, because peace on earth begins in the individual. So this is a really, really beautiful journey that I want to thank you for taking with me today, here and now. Remember, this all we are and have, and the mystery is that it's huge. It's huge. The more we relax, the more we can land, truly land. And as we do so, what we're pulsing the field with and in training is really, it's truth, goodness, and beauty, those attributes of the divine, of the sacred. So I enjoin you to hold this beautiful theme of desire and allow it really to crystallize in your heart as its source, and you will feel the lightness, and you will feel the rapture. Language is funny, and it will be here now. It is. Thank you so much for your kind attention, and see you soon.